with 5 on the 24. Magruder with 1 to shoot. And Schroeder grabs a rebound. And Schroeder, who had 4 assists in the first half for Atlanta, blocked by Richardson. That's the second block for Richardson in the game. Waiters crossing over and scoring. 7 for Dion Waiters. Well, again, ignited off the defense of Josh Richardson.
When we asked Coach Spo before the game, what do you want to see early in the season? He goes, we want to establish our identity, and that's defense.
Another great block by Richardson from behind. That's 3 blocks in the game for him. He was beaten by Schroeder. But you see the closing speed for Josh Richardson? Defensively, impressive. Whiteside scores and draws the foul.
And Richardson, again, we talked about him doing it at both ends of the floor, especially on defense. 2 blocks. We're not even 2 minutes into the second half here. And he got that first one. He gets the next one. You're right, Eric. He really ran him down. Looked like Schroeder was going to have an easy layup. And we talked about the Heat identity. In that second quarter, Atlanta was 5 for 19 from the floor, 2 for 8 from the three-point line, only scored 17 points. So Coach Spo's got to be happy with the way the defense picked up.
Dwayne Dedmon, by the way, picked up his 4th foul. Whiteside did get the three-point play, and the Heat are in front by a couple. Prince, you heard the whistle blow. Taurean Prince headed to the stripe.
Jay Rich was reaching in. Nope.
Whiteside.
Wow.
A third on Whiteside. Hassan Whiteside tonight, 8 points. He's also got 6 rebounds. Taurean Prince played in 59 games for Atlanta last year, averaged 6 points a night, did start 10 times, and also started 6 playoff games for Atlanta. Actually had 16 points in their Game 3 win and averaged 11 a game on 56% shooting in the first round of the playoffs. When they talk about the youth of the Hawks, Prince is one of those guys.
He was impressive as a rookie last year, so that doesn't surprise me.
Heat lead by 1. Second half just getting started. Richardson for 3. Richardson on the rebound gets tripped up, taken down, and fouled by Dennis Schroeder.
It was Whiteside's pursuit, Eric, of that rebound. He tapped it away so Richardson could get it.
If you're just joining us, Dennis Schroeder, Friday morning, 2 in the morning, he was arrested on a misdemeanor battery charge. 3 others were also arrested after officers responded to a fight in the parking lot of a shopping center. He was released on bail and suits up, plays for the Hawks tonight, but a tumultuous week for the starting point guard for Atlanta. Richardson from downtown. It drops in. Well, the kabooms have been hard to find for Miami tonight, but Richardson gets his first of the game.
Simple pass from Magruder.
Heat up 4, Schroeder down the lane. Out to Dedmon.
That was the influence of Whiteside right there.
Magruder to the cutting James Johnson.
Magruder, 2 assists, last 2 plays.
First score of the game for James Johnson. Heat lead by 6. Down the other way, Ilyasova was bottled up by James Johnson. Schroeder will launch a 17-footer. 6 points for Schroeder.
Good use of the screen. He got Richardson caught up.
Schroeder played 79 games for Atlanta last year. Started 78 of them. He is their guy at the point now. James Johnson off the dribble. Nice. Oh, it trickles off. He has had rough luck with his shooting so far in this game. He's 1 for 5. Gets the step. And Ilyasova has it pop out. Whiteside with a quick outlet.
3 quick rebounds for Whiteside in this half.
Nice pass. Magruder's 3. Off the back of the rim down to Prince. Ken Bazemore on the spin. Dragic not starting the second half for Miami. And Bazemore throws it into the seats. Excellent Basket area defense from one of the best centers in the NBA, Hassan Whiteside. And Tony Winter-Expulsor, we asked his thoughts about Whiteside on Media Day. He said, bigger, better, more.
Impact the game. He just forced 2 turnovers by Atlanta, and it won't be in the box score.
Magruder almost stepped out of bounds. Finds Waiters from the corner. And the threes not falling for Miami. Schroeder tries on Richardson and hits the reverse. Crafty player, Dennis Schroeder. He now has 8 points.
There's some battle going on at that position.
Schroeder and Richardson. Waiters coughs it up to Bazemore. The left-hander put it right on the money for Dwayne Dedmon's jam.
And he threw it exactly when he should. If he threw it sooner, Dedmon would have had to put the ball down. That's not his strength.
12 points for the 28-year-old Dwayne Dedmon. Starts his 5th year in the league. He was actually in summer camp with the Heat 6 seasons ago. Richardson scoops and draws the foul on Dedmon. That's 5 fouls on Dwayne Dedmon.
This is a beautiful pass from Bazemore. He was watching Dedmon all the way and made sure he got to the rim first before he threw it.
Richardson from the stripe will try to end Atlanta's run at 6 straight points. Tonight, the first preseason game of season 30 for Miami. Now, the first ever preseason game for the Heat. You got to go back to October 14th, 1988. A 116-107 victory by Seattle over Miami. That game was played at Florida Atlantic University in Boca Raton, where the Heat just finished their training camp.
Yes, Bernie Bickerstaff was the coach of Seattle.
And right now, let's check in and see what is going on with the one and only Dale. Dale, good to see you again.
Hey, Michael, it's great to hear your voice. Right now, we're going to get into the Baptist Health shooting contest. To my right, I have Lowell right here. We got Caleb, Ashley, and I've got Alex. Very simple. Lowell and Alex, you're going to have 30 seconds to make a layup, a free throw, and a three-pointer. If either one of you do it under 30 seconds, you win an autographed basketball. Now, Caleb, you're wondering, what in the world am I doing out here? If neither one of these guys accomplishes that, you get the basketball. But it's not that easy. You must do this dance. Ashley, show them how to do it. That's what you're going to have to do for 30 seconds. You got it? All right, hold it right there. Lowell, going over there, please. Alex, over there. Let's put 30 seconds on Heat TV. And on my go, let's get it on. The refs might get hit in the head, but we're going to roll with it and go. 3, 2, 1, and go. All right. Yes. We got both got the layups. We're working hard. Lowell. Yes. Alex, yes. What have you got? Three-pointer. Where you going, buddy? What in the world? Three-pointer. Okay, no. You got 15 seconds. Okay, no. 10 seconds. No. No. 5, 4, 3. Where are you going? Where are you going? Come back over here. You're so excited right now, Lowell. Congratulations. You just won yourself on autographed team basketball. There you go. Hey, give it up for Lowell one time. Thank you, Baptist Health. You're so excited. Get over there. Thank you, Caleb.
It felt like training camp for the Heat was in my own backyard at beautiful Florida Atlantic University, located off Glades Road in Boca Raton. The Heat had a great 4 or 5 days at FAU. The school was a great host. They stayed at the Boca Raton Beach Club and had a great week of work. The red, white, and pink scrimmage was yesterday morning at 11 o'clock. They sold out the building. Close to 3,000 fans enjoyed the Heat go through a lively scrimmage. And we mentioned the Heat's first ever preseason game 29 years ago was at FAU. One of 4 losses that preseason. They only played 5 preseason games in the very first year of the Heat. Ron Rothstein was the Heat's head coach. Can you remember where the only win came, Tony?
No, but I know we were there at that first exhibition game.
Now the Heat's only win that first preseason against Indiana in Tampa, Florida. You know what's ironic about that first preseason? All 5 games were played in Florida. 5 in the state.
That I remember. By the way, you said it felt like you were in your own bag. You were in your own bag.
You're right. I had about a 5-minute commute. Whiteside tried to block it, could not. Schroeder with the score. So Schroeder with 6 of his 10 points here in the third quarter puts the Hawks back in front. Entertaining preseason opener. Hope you're enjoying it. Maybe a cure if you're suffering from a football hangover. 8-1 is the Hawks run. Magruder from downtown. Got it. Rodney Magruder for 3. That's Magruder's second triple of the game. He has 8 points.
That was off Wader's penetration.
Waiters grabbing the rebound of the Bazemore miss. Heat lead by 2. Magruder splitting the defense, but losing it to Bazemore.
Oh, excellent defense. Good hands.
Dorian Prince coming right at Dion Waiters from the school. That's the first points of tonight's game for the 23-year-old 6'8" forward out of Baylor.
It's been a very, very entertaining game.
Nice shot. Blocked by John Collins, the rookie from West Palm Beach. He blocked Richardson's shot, but committed the foul.
No, I think Schroeder did. Was it Schroeder's foul?
Yes, Schroeder did commit the foul. His second, the Hawks' 4th of the quarter. Halfway through this third quarter in Miami.
Hey, Heat Nation, this is Eric Spoelstra. Our thoughts continue to be with everyone in Florida affected by Hurricane Irma. As the rebuilding process continues, the Miami Heat Charitable Fund is committed to raising funds for relief efforts. Please help us provide immediate needs, including food, water, and much more to those who need it most. Visit youcaring.com/heat and give what you can to help. The Heat will match every dollar you give. Thank you.
The Heat looking to help communities through Monroe County and across the Caribbean. Of course, unbelievable devastation in areas including Puerto Rico. And living here in South Florida, we are always sensitive. Whoever gets victimized by a powerful hurricane, and we saw 2 huge storms come near us over the past few weeks.
People who haven't lived through a hurricane have no idea the devastation. They can't even imagine what it's like.
Son Whiteside just picked up his 4th foul. 2-point lead for the Heat. Halfway through the third quarter. Luke Babbitt just went down, bumped knees with somebody.
Now, normally in a regular season game, Whiteside would not be in the game with 4 fouls at this point, but he just picked up his 5th.
And the bucket will count for Schroeder, who now has 8 points in this quarter. Luke Babbitt trying to walk off a knee injury. He's in some discomfort right now.
You don't worry about fouls in an exhibition game. You don't worry about Whiteside having a certain amount of fouls. He's probably not going to play much more in this game anyway.
Luke Babbitt going to come out of the game. Mike Muscala will check into the game. And Whiteside leaves for Miami. Kelly Olynyk back in for the Heat. Olynyk had 6 rebounds in 11 minutes of the first half, did not score.
Got a good run, 11 straight minutes.
But Dennis Schroeder, a year ago for Atlanta, career highs in points per game, assists per game, field goal percentage, and threes. He had a good season at 18 points and 6 assists a game. He also had 100 triples, which was a career best. We're tied at 55. James Johnson, excellent interior pass. Olynyk will go to the free throw line. One of James Johnson's best attributes, the ability to distribute even in close quarters in the paint.
Olynyk on a good timely cut. You could see Waiters drew 2 defenders, and then it was JJ who got it to Olynyk on a nice cut.
Second foul on John Collins. Hawks are over the limit. And that's the first point in a Heat uniform for Kelly Olynyk. Tyler Johnson back in for the Heat. Rodney Magruder goes to the bench. Magruder sits with 8 points. Funny, Kelly Olynyk was a key member of the Celtics off the bench. Brad Stevens loved changing the game, bringing this skilled 7-footer off his bench. They couldn't re-sign him when they were trying to create salary cap space to sign Gordon Hayward. He was waived by Boston July 3rd. 5 days later, he signed with the Heat.
Yeah, Stevens said that Olynyk could have started for them if they needed him to, but he was very good coming off the bench.
2 tries for Schroeder, could not convert. And then the Heat foul on Olynyk will send John Collins to the line. Kelly Olynyk with his 3rd foul. It's the 4th team foul on the Heat tonight in this quarter. Now, Heat Nation, we know you're happy. The preseason has arrived. Regular season opens October 18th in Orlando. Let's get to crazy items. Crazy Andy's first item of tonight's game, the Miami Heat white adjustable cap, priced at $10. The offer available to you only through tonight's telecast, so don't waste any time. Log on to the MiamiHeatStore.com right now. Get your white adjustable heat cap for $10.
Crazy Andy couldn't wait for the season to start, chomping at the bits to give out those sales, those discounts.
John Collins with 6 points in his NBA debut. The young man from Cardinal Newman High School in West Palm Beach, Florida. Game tied at 57. Tyler for 3. Kaboom! 10 points for Tyler Johnson. Oh, Babbitt back in the game for Atlanta. Sets the screen for Schroeder. Gets the switch. And a foul on Tyler Johnson. Nice pass by Schroeder into the post-up man, Marco Bellinelli, who had good positioning on Tyler Johnson. Schroeder showing you he is more than capable of running the Hawks offense.
He's the main reason they let Teague go. They had confidence he could run the team. Schroeder could.
Bellinelli will shoot a couple. Heat fans, the Heat tipping off the season sporting a series of brand new Nike uniforms. Miami Heat store currently stocked with Nike Swingman Black Icon jerseys, as well as all the on-court Heat apparel. Visit the MiamiHeatStore.com for more details, as more Nike products are being released every day. Bellinelli gets a pair. Hawks have made 18 of their 21 free throws in the night's game. Heat lead by 1. Olynyk against Babbitt. Good double team and steal by Prince.
Tried to do a little too much.
4.5 left in the 3rd quarter. Prince cut off by Waiters. Rebound over the head of James Johnson. And Olynyk and John Collins will jump it up. Malcolm Delaney peeling off the warm-up for Atlanta. He'll replace Dennis Schroeder. Schroeder with the legal issues pending, hoping an NBA suspension won't be coming down the line for him. Here's Prince, cut off nicely by Olynyk, but a Heat foul underneath on James Johnson. That's his 4th of the game. He picked up 3 in the game's first 5 minutes. That puts Miami over the limit with 4:17 left in this 3rd quarter. Next up for the Heat, couple preseason games on the road this week. They'll get tomorrow off, but the Heat will play the Nets in Brooklyn Thursday night at 7:30. They'll take on the Magic in Orlando Saturday night at 7. Both of those games can be enjoyed right here with Tony, Jax, and yours truly on the Heat broadcast game, only on Fox Sports Sunday.
Tomorrow is their first day off for this team. They started last Tuesday, so they'll get a day off and then have the 2 road games.
Raiders misses on the run. Ball knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Miami. 10 on the shot clock. Nicholas Brasino into the ball game for Atlanta, and he replaces Taurean Prince. Mentioned Prince started 10 games last year for the Hawks in the regular season. So the final 10 games of the season for Atlanta. Hawks finished 4 above 500 last year. With a 5th seed in the East, knocked out of the playoffs in the first round by Washington in 6 games. Hawks have gone to the playoffs 10 straight years. Their franchise record 11 in a row. Nice move by Olenek. His first field goal of tonight's game.
He's comfortable, Eric, at 7 feet going to his left on that dribble. We've seen him do it many times against the Heat, and I've noticed it at FAU and a couple of times tonight. Very comfortable going left. That's a good, unique skill for a 7-footer. We got defensive 3 seconds here. Oh, delay a game.
Bellinelli will shoot the tech.
They give you one, and then anyone after that is a technical foul.
Eric Spoelstra beginning his 10th season as the Heat's head coach. His 24th year in the organization. Started as the Heat's video coordinator. Something he has in common with Hawks general manager Travis Schlenk. We'll talk more about Travis later on in the second half. John Collins with a rebound. Fresh shot clock for the Hawks. Bellinelli, cross court for Babbitt. The Waiters slide defensively on the taller Brasino.
Excellent closeout by Waiters, set up that defensive play.
And the 4th block of opening night in the preseason for Josh Richardson. Tyler Johnson capitalizes. That's the 2nd time he's scored after a Josh Richardson rejection.
All that work he's been doing on the perimeter, Jay, is paying off, at least for tonight.
12 points for Tyler Johnson. 3-point lead for Miami. 3 minutes to go in the third. Heat with 8 blocked shots tonight, 4 from Richardson. That's a 3-pointer for Malcolm Delaney, the 6'3" point guard out of Virginia Tech who played in Germany and the Ukraine before breaking into the NBA. Now time winding down in the third quarter. Competitive preseason opener between Miami and Atlanta.
Junior help welcome kids back to school. For more, check out Heat TV.
I feel like, it sets a different tone for them. It shows that people care about them. How old are you? 4, 5 up? 3, 5.
This is how miracles happen. From an F to a B. Great teachers, great community partners like the Miami Heat, great parents, and fantastic kids.
So excited, and the kids, this is a great way to motivate and encourage them to be the best student that they can be.
For the Heat to actually come out to spend time with the kids, to actually see them through the first day of school is great.
You're welcome.
Here you go, sweetie. Have a good first day today. Of course. Education lasts forever. So, stressing that and making that important at a very young age is always great.
I wish I could give them more. I wish we had more to give them. You can see that when they come through, they're so excited to get it. And I just feel like they're going to put it to good use.
I got crayons, pencils, notebooks, markers, everything. With this, I think it's going to be a very fun school year.
Heat Nation, it is back. It's the Jack Celebrity Roast, the sequel featuring Jason Taylor. Tickets are limited but are available at jackcelebrityroast.com. The former Dolphins great and newest member of the Pro Football Hall of Fame will be roasted in the name of his own charity on Saturday, October 14th, starting at 7 p.m. at Intercontinental Hotel Miami. As noted, all proceeds benefit the Jason Taylor Foundation, so get your tickets now for the funniest night in South Florida giving. For more, log on to jackcelebrityroast.com. Eric and Tony, I got your seats ready. Come on back, get your abs ready, because we laughed hard last year when Irie was the, we'll say the honoree, but it is victimization at times. Back over to you.
A very funny night a year ago. We're looking forward to more laughs for a charitable cause when Jax gets us all together. Now 2:47 left, third quarter. Welcome back to the American Airlines Arena, downtown Miami. Preseason opens for the 30th year of Heat basketball. Regular season begins October 18th on the road in Orlando, where the Heat do play 6 of their first 7 at home. Ellington double pumps for the score.
Excellent pass. Olenek.
5 points for Wayne Ellington. The Heat lead a close game by 2. We've had 8 ties, 7 lead changes. Malcolm Delaney shoots over Winslow and connects. Both of Delaney's field goals have come in this quarter. Heat going with Olenek, Winslow, Richardson, Ellington, and Tyler Johnson. Ellington against the taller Babbitt. The defense by Luke, the rebound, and a fresh shot clock for Tyler Johnson. Jay Rich. Miami just 5 out of 18 from downtown in this game. Hawks are 4 for 15. Atlanta overall shooting just 33% in the game. Miami at 46%. Oh, they've committed 19 turnovers. Richardson knocks it down. Josh Richardson, 9.7 in this quarter. Richardson also with 4 blocked shots for the Heat tonight.
He's shown his versatility on defense, Eric. He was guarding Schroeder earlier, now he's guarding Bellinelli. So he's first early he was a point guard, now he's like a small forward.
Olenek with the steal. Here come the Heat. Olenek on the handle. Richardson on the score. So a 9-point quarter for Josh Richardson. Miami has opened their lead to 4. Richardson, a former second-round pick out of Tennessee, who recently signed a 4-year contract extension. The Heat showing their belief in the guy they selected 40th in the 2015 draft. And everybody feels a big year ahead of him.
When Coach Riley drafted Richardson, he mentioned that on the board in the draft room for the Heat, they had him in the first round. And they're showing that that's just not coaches speak. They meant it.
O'Cara White comes in for the Heat, replacing Richardson. 40 seconds left, third quarter here in Miami. Tyler Johnson over Luke Babbitt. Ring it up. Tyler Johnson with 14 points off the Miami bench.
Very difficult to guard Tyler Johnson when he's making his mid to long range J's.
He was the Heat's 4th leading scorer a year ago, just under 14 again. Oh, John Collins missing what would have been an impressive jam. And White bringing it down with one hand. Well, the Heat have opened their lead to 6, which equals their biggest lead all night.
They're denying Tyler the ball, so Winslow's going to run the offense.
7 seconds left in the third quarter. Winslow comes in and scores. Largest lead of the night for Miami at 8. And the Heat close the quarter, scoring the last 8 points of the third period. A period ignited by the offense and defense of Josh Richardson.
And welcome back to Miami Heat Dancers.
Listen to the tracks.
I caught a shot. Like blah, blah, blah. That shit got me wasting nerve. Think I'm coming on my blood. Probably bigger than the one.
Can't whip like me, can't really rock like me, can't sexy walk like me, can't hit the corner like me, ayy, but you can't drop like me, can't hit the folks like me, can't nay like me, can't Dito shuffle like me, like, no, bitch can't do it like me, bitch can't do it like me, no, bitch can't do it like me, no, bitch can't do it like me.